Authorities released the court documents laying out the case against Brian Kohberger in the murder of 4 University of Idaho students in November. The affidavit includes new details in the nearly 2-month-long investigation that left families frustrated and members of the Moscow community on edge. Joining us to discuss this case further is former FBI agent Tracy Walder. Tracy, you have been on the show a number of times. I've heard you mention before how don't assume police didn't have information. So many people were saying they don't have anything. What's happening? They're not doing much. And it turns out they knew a lot more than they were letting on. What were your biggest takeaways from the court documents?
So thank you so much for having me. You know, that really was something that I had said earlier on, was that I thought that they had a suspect. However, they were remaining tight-lipped because they didn't want to tip them off. The biggest thing really that I took away that wasn't in the affidavit really is motive, right? And when this goes to trial, I believe that that's something that the defense is going to try to poke holes in because it's really not laid out. I believe, you know, look, they have his DNA at the crime scene, they have his car in and around the crime scene, they have his phone not active around the crime scene. So all of those things work to put him there. But the essential question really is why?
Tracy, what do you think is the strongest piece of evidence? Is it that DNA evidence, or 10 times near the home that cell phone got pinged? That stood out to me immediately. 10 or 12 times?
Right, you're absolutely right. That stood out to me. So DNA obviously is a great thing to have, clearly, but it's not necessarily the nail in the coffin for him, because really a defense attorney could say, you know, he dropped it when he was there at a party, because we know lots of people kind of came and went through this house. So yes, it's great because it puts him in the house, but really, to your point, those 12 cell phone pings where he was sort of stalking the house really in this sort of short, compacted period of months, and then also his vehicle. It said in the affidavit that really in about an hour before the killing, his vehicle made about 3 passes around the house, and then putting his phone really and matching it up to the vehicle. Those are the things that are going to be the most important, and those are the things that are going to ultimately lead to a conviction.
You know, bravo to police for being tight-lipped while they were doing their investigation, because so much information could have tipped him off or leaked. According to the affidavit, police had known about Brian Kohberger since early on in the investigation. With the volume of evidence against Brian, including the movements of his car, like you just mentioned, and that cell phone record, and roommates describing him, why did it take so long for them to make an arrest?
So, and I get that that's frustrating to some people. I will personally never forget, as an FBI agent, having to testify in front of a grand jury for a bank robbery. And at that time, the bank robber had his fingerprints on the cash, video of him being in the bank, really anything and everything. And I was told, you know, if you don't get a grand jury indictment, don't bother coming back to work. The bottom line is we work really, really hard to ensure that these cases are airtight. And just having DNA or just having cell phone pings aren't necessarily enough. And so they worked methodically. And I know this seems strange, but I think rather quickly to really put it all together and create this airtight case. And those things take time. It takes a while to get DNA back. It takes a while to do that cell phone analysis. It takes a while to locate the car. And so all of those things take time. And that's why this took a little bit.
Tracy, just a couple more questions for you. I got to ask you this. Now, we're trying to apply logic to something that's completely illogical. But have you ever heard of a person using a knife in a crime scene and then leaving the sheath behind?
No, in a short answer to your question, to me, for someone that has studied criminology and studied criminal justice, I'm an adjunct faculty of criminal justice. This is someone who I would have thought had the book smarts, right? Leaving the sheath to your knife, to your potential murder weapon at a crime scene is not necessarily something I've ever heard of. However, I have heard of suspects, you know, on their egress from, you know, their targets, leaving weapons, you know, falling out of pockets and those kinds of things. So it hasn't never happened, but it's not the norm.
Tracy, one last question for you, and I promise I'll let you go. Authorities knew a lot more than they were letting on during the investigation. We agreed on that. Why were investigators so tight-lipped about the case, and should they have been more transparent maybe with the family to let them know that, hey, we are on to something?
So I'm not sure if it's about transparency or if it's about clarity, because what had happened initially when their talking points sort of came out is that this was a targeted killing, this wasn't a targeted killing. All of those things go to kind of ensuring public security, right, and public safety. And I think that's where people got frustrated, and that it wasn't clear. The messaging was confusing. I don't necessarily think that they should have shared more information regarding a suspect. It was the clarity that was the issue.
Tracy, I just want to say once again, I watched you on this from the very beginning, and you said, calm down. Just because you don't know everything does not mean they don't know more. And you were absolutely spot on with this. I love it. Former FBI Special Agent Tracy Walder, thanks so much for getting up early and joining me this morning.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation in your cable lineup. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-based, unbiased coverage.